3-day training exercise is being called Dense Urban Terrain Emergency Exercises. It is taking place today through Wednesday. This training is being put on by the Missouri National Guard, working in conjunction with the Michigan National Guard. The drill scenario involves an 8.4 magnitude earthquake along the New Madrid seismic fault. The exercises will focus on a simulated response to structural damage, civilian casualties, and chemical contamination in the vicinity of Busch Stadium during a baseball game. Organizers tell us there are some 500 people taking part in this drill. It also involves some river crossings along the Mississippi between St. Charles and Grafton in the event that bridges here could be damaged by a major disaster such as an earthquake. These exercises are not open to the public. Authorities say drivers along 4064 near Busch might see some military equipment as well as the exercises taking place. I-55 drivers could also see some military vehicle traffic in the early morning hours of today. The exercises will use military helicopters and vehicles, damaged vehicles and debris, and will have multiple staging areas near Busch Stadium here. This is the first time that St. Louis has hosted these 3 days worth of exercises. Last year, similar training took place in Nashville.
So what if an 8.4 magnitude earthquake hits St. Louis?
This week, local first responders are working with federal partners and the National Guard to put their response to the test. New tonight, Laura Barczewski got to see the action up close. Laura?
I did, Mike and Kelly. This is the first of 3 days of training, so you'll be seeing those Army vehicles and helicopters around downtown and even out in St. Charles County until the end of the day Wednesday.
Earthquakes are just one of many types of disasters our first responders have to prepare for as both Missouri and Illinois sit along the New Madrid Fault.
Certainly the makeup of our city and the metropolitan area as a whole does present us with a lot of opportunities for damage, the need for assessment. We're known for our brick structures. Bricks and earthquakes are not a great match.
The U.S. Army National Guard Task Force 46 worked alongside St. Louis Fire, police, and other emergency personnel to respond to lifelike scenarios using mannequins and fake high-rise rescues and even vehicle pileups.
The cars are piled up in order to give the urban search and rescue team a chance and opportunity to improve upon their skill set in cutting into cars and extracting patients from vehicles.
They also had about 40 volunteers from the community in makeup with different types of fake injuries to go through a triage scenario.
So looking at the different types of injuries, being able to sort them or triage them into if they required urgent medical needs and then where they would go from there.
And mock chemical decontamination tents were set up so that first responders could practice running through it themselves and working with civilian actors.
For this specific scenario, there was a rail car or series of rail cars that were damaged because of the earthquake, and they released vinyl chloride or some nasty chemicals into the area.
St. Louis Emergency Management Commissioner Sarah Russell says doing this kind of training prepares them to keep St. Louisans safe.
We get to practice locally and even with some of our state partners on a regular basis, but it's less frequent that we're able to partner and exercise and train alongside of our federal partners.
Dense urban terrain emergency exercises are taking place around downtown St. Louis for the next few days. This is the first time St. Louis has hosted this multi-day training session led by the Michigan National Guard in conjunction with the Missouri National Guard. They're facilitating these disaster response exercises with some 600 people participating as live role players. 35 different agencies are part of the training, from National Guard units, fire and police departments, EPA, and Fema.